The ship is sunk. It's the Titanic. Fans and players alike around the NBA are asking themselves, are the Philadelphia 76ers imploding?
The Philadelphia 76ers are the biggest disaster in the entire NBA right now.
What are you saying? Welcome back to Isoj. Let's talk about the Sixers this week. To say it's been an awful start is probably downplaying the 76ers so far this season. 3-14, crashing down from what a lot of people, including me, thought about the Sixers. It's been a start of the season marred by controversy, injuries, and that players-only meeting that got leaked. Okay, live from the editing room. I learned something real stupid right now. The Philly pick this year, if they manage to somehow bottom out, you want to take a guess on who it belongs to? Just anyone in the league? Oh, wait, no, it's OKC. It's top 4 protected. If it drops to 6, it's an OKC pick. How do they have everything? Sam Presti, you devil. How do you have everything? Sorry, I just thought that was fun. And I think the best way to start to talk about this is realizing that this team is injured. And I think for a lot of people going into the season, that's why we were a bit hesitant to give this team like second, third best in the East. I'm pretty sure I was too, because for what we knew going into the season, Joel Embiid said he wasn't playing back-to-backs, right? Now we're getting into the part where Paul George is injured as well. So for the past couple games, it has just been the Jared McCain show. And whilst I said in that last video, I love watching Jared McCain, I just don't think he should be your best player right now when you have not even an MVP candidate, someone who has won the MVP in the past 3 years. Joel Embiid is an MVP caliber player. He is an MVP, but the health and other issues surrounding this team, be it the collapse with Ben Simmons a couple years back, or losing with the Jimmy Butler team, or hell, the last couple years with Tobias Harris, it just seems like nothing can go right for the 76ers. It feels like everything they built for with the process is dead. It's dead and gone. That was an era that has not come to fruition the way Sam Hinkie thought it would. All right, let's run through the stats for these two real quick. Joel Embiid in 32 minutes is averaging 19.8, 7.5 rebounds, and 4 assists a game, let's call it, on 38% from the field, 16.7% from 3. And look, for 99% of other players out there, if you were to tell me they were averaging 28 and 4, that's a great day. If say DeAndre Ayton, right, came out and gave you those numbers, you'd be like, holy hell, this guy is an all-NBA caliber player, which, yes, Joel Embiid is. The problem is his availability is really, really not great. He's just not there. He's played 4 out of the 17 games so far, which isn't what you want from your MVP type guy. If you really want to make a deep playoff run, you'll need Joel Embiid. Paul George himself, in 29 minutes, 15 points, 5.4 rebounds, 4.8 assists in 8 games, 38% from the field, 28% from the three-point line. It's not great, especially when you paid this guy $212 million over the next 4 years. You're locked into Paul George, and he's not getting any younger, okay? These next 2 years need to be where the championship window is. And so far, it's just not looking great. This is not max contract value. In fact, this might be worse than Tobias Harris. I'll pull it up. I'll pull up the stats because I don't know his numbers off the top of my head. But this might be worse than Tobias Harris's best. Going forward onto the season, let's just think if the Sixers get healthy, what can they do? Their lineup might be McCain, Maxey, PG, Caleb Martin, and Joel Embiid. I'm not the most sold on that. I really don't like the idea of such a small backcourt. So small backcourts work when your front court is good enough to cover up for them. With Joel Embiid, yes, he is a great defender, but again, availability is such an issue. And your next best options at the 4 are like Caleb Martin or Yabusele. I don't think that is enough. When you look at a team like the Cavs, who have 2 great but small guards at 6'1" for DG, and Donovan Mitchell is about 6'3", those two are fine defensively because you have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen there to back them up. Joel Embiid, half of the time, or Drummond and Caleb Martin is not doing the things those two are doing. What is going right for this team? As I said in our last video about the rookie race, Jared McCain is a huge huge player for them. And for him to develop and show who he is at such a young age and so early into his career, it's great. In the last 10, he's averaging 22.4, 2.2 rebounds and 3.8 assists. Gershon Yabusele is also the other shining light on this team after such a great performance for the French national team, averaging 9.1 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 1.8 assists in 23 minutes, right? Those two are somehow your best players, and they make $6 million a year combined. For here and now, what can the Sixers do to get better? A, get healthy. I think this team realistically is still a championship level team. I think they need to get healthy. I think they need some time to gel together. The problem is you've dug yourself into a hole. To be 3-14, yes, I know there's 60 games left in the season, but you got to work now. We're 20 games in. You need to figure it out soon, or else you are looking at a play-in race, right? For trades, I don't really know who they can trade. They're a first apron team. They have to get back the money that they give. Is Kelly Oubre a trade piece? He's earning 16 point something-ish over the next couple years. Drummond, 8 mil. Eric Gordon, 6. Kyle Lowry, 3. KJ Martin could be a good trade pick, but of course, you don't really want to give your young players up, but he's 16 mil. Initially, I thought Cam Johnson would be a really cool player on this team and a nice fit as well. He doesn't solve the size issue that they have in losing Embiid for who knows how many games in a row and then having Caleb Martin at the 4. But Caleb Martin 6'5", Cam Johnson 6'8". That's an okay trade. Bogdanovic is someone I've seen mentioned in rumors as well. Tari Eason, I read through a Bleacher Report article giving potential trade targets. Tari Eason could be a great piece for them, but it all depends on what they are willing to give up, because I think their top 7 is kind of untouchable. The thing is with this team, I think once everyone is healthy and everyone is back, all of these players will come back to earth. Notice how I point upwards, because a lot of this team sucks. Players like Eric Gordon, players like Kyle Lowry, players like Andre Drummond playing more minutes than they should. They'll come back down to earth, or come back up to earth rather, once their minutes stabilize, because they're not playing and having to do so much more than what they should be doing. You don't want Kyle Lowry being out there for 30 minutes a night because he's, 36 now? No, it's good. Okay, one thing I wanted to mention that I kind of forgot or glossed over, actually I don't think I mentioned it at all, was the Sixers ranks within the NBA. So they're 29th in points, 29th in assists, 29th in rebounds. They're 29th in every quantifiable stat except for true shooting on this list, because they're 27th. Look, I know the season is long, but I wanted to end on this note, right? There has never been a team that has started 2-11 that has won a playoff series. This Sixers team is not trying to win one playoff series. They're trying to win a title. You don't get Paul George. You don't max out Embiid again. This is a team that needs to win now. And the thing is with them, can they do it? Yeah, on paper, this team is stacked. This team is good. But in practice, I don't know anymore. Yes, they're still great. Yes, they're still capable. But can they stay healthy? All right, that was me ranting about the Sixers. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this led to something from you. If you now suddenly believe the Sixers are a championship contending team, go ahead and give it a like. But please, if you think they're not, don't dislike the video. That's awkward. If you think they're not, like the video too. I would love if you could leave a comment, if we could have a little discussion down there in the comment section. I'm always down there. I'm always reading. There's not much to read nowadays, but I'm always reading nonetheless. Subscription would be lovely. Yeah, I hope you have a nice day. I hope you have a nice week. I'll hopefully see you again on Friday. We'll be rebuilding the 76ers and finishing off the process as it should have been, as Sam Hinkie promised. But yeah, have a good one. I'll see you soon.